Hello peeps, my name is Naisha and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk to you about Seven Brothers. Seven Brothers is a new story that is on Romance Club. It is the 41st book release on Romance Club. It was released on May. It went in May. The author of this book is Langley H., who also wrote Vine for Vasailis, if I'm saying that right. But basically, the summary is a college freshman living in an Ivy League frat. You're more than you seem, but so are the seven brothers. Here at the Rosewood Club, no one is innocent, and guilt is a matter of perspective. There are three paths that you could choose when playing this. You could choose Princess, which is sweet vanilla and basically has networking benefits. Twisted includes BDSM and strength benefits, and Foxy choices relate to elegance and espionage benefits. You also have four love interests: Grant, Tristan, Lillian, and Chloe. Also, I think what's pretty dope is that you can choose your sexual orientation. You have straight, homosexual. Well, no, they do straight. I want to say they do lesbian. Yeah, I think it's like lesbian, but no, yeah, I think it's lesbian, then bisexual, then pansexual, then generic, and then asexual. Also there will be spoilers in this review, so if you want to play this yourself, I suggest you do. Or if you don't want to play it, but you want to see somebody play it, I know Locum23, he playing it. I would definitely link his playlist in the description box below. Okay, now with Seven Brothers, I chose her first name. Her last name will always be Monroe, but for her first name, I chose Peru. So Peru Monroe is basically, she is a freshman at Kearney University. Well, up and coming freshman. She just got accepted there, and she um is starting her classes soon. But before she could start her classes, she and her friend Ray, um, she and them decided to go to some type of club that, is erotic, one of those erotic clubs. While there, she meets Tristan and Grant, but she doesn't really know who they are and things like that. Um, Also, I forgot to mention, um, episode one is episode one, and a part of two is a flashback and stuff like that. So it's a flashback of like how she got into the predicament of basically being a informant for like these two FBI agents, and basically spying on the seven brothers in the Rosewood Club. But anyway, but like before all that, she and her friend, like I said, they go to this erotic club. They're trying to have fun. However, Peru gets a call from her grandma. Turns out her brother is arrested. Now we get to know information about her brother. Apparently, first of all, he's 16, and he is a drug addict. It started after he got a really bad injury because he used to play football and he was really good at it. However, because he got injured badly, it took a turn. So now he's a drug addict. And of course, Grant gives her a ride um to the jail. And of course, to know, like, they can't really do nothing because the cop's not budging. So her and her grandma go home. And of course, after she gets like her classes and she meets new people, um she gets pulled over by the cops. They come to find out it's actually one of the agent. They take her away to this warehouse and they basically tell her, like, give her a deal, like, hey, if she helps them, they can help her brother, that type of situation. And that's how it starts. From there, episode 2 is her trying to get information, trying to figure out who is the big bad, because the 2 FBI agents said that there's somebody in the Rosewood Club that's dealing with drugs, basically it's a drug lord type of situation, and like they parents also deal in it as well. And so, yeah. um so of course, you know, Peru, she goes with it. And now that she's in this house, there's 2 of the brothers that could be a love interest. However, she gets close with Grant. She and Grant, there are times where they have like a moment, and yeah, they have like a little moment and things like that. And also, there's a girl named Sophie. She's supposed to be like the mean girl in the story. She's more like a mosquito. That's all I have to say. She's so freaking annoying. And of course, like I said, you are buddy buddy with. Well, I don't think I said it, but you are buddy buddy with Lillian, who happens to be Tristan's sister and stuff like that. You get to be her friend or you get to be her lover, whatever you choose. I decided, I chose, like, in the beginning, straight, so I could just only be friends with Lillian. And of course, the James and the other brothers, they decide to throw a party and stuff like that. And of course, she gets to be at this party because she lives there and stuff. And so she's trying to just, go around and I guess still try to get evidence to see who is the big baddie in the house. And while she's there, she's talking to Lillian, she's talking to Tristan, talking to Grant, Chloe. And Chloe, who is one of the love interests as well. I find it funny because, okay, so Chloe is supposed to be like, I guess she wants to be a journalist. However, she sucks at it, in my opinion, because she comes to the party and she tells Peru, the first thing she tells Peru is, shh, I'm not invited. Now, ma'am, you did not need to tell nobody that. You did not need to tell nobody, especially a stranger, that you were not invited to this party. Like, baby, you are a bad journalist if you was trying to get the dirt on somebody. And then, of course, like, Peru is like, oh, okay, like, Peru is, she thinks it's funny, but Peru says, like, she's not going to rat her out, which she is grateful for. And then I want to say, like, after, because in episode 2, I know her brother gets out of jail, and he's home. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she gets a call from her, grandmother. No, she gets a text from her grandma and Ray. I want to say, no, she doesn't get a text yet. I'm getting ahead of myself, but while she at this party, the security campus pulls up, and, like, I guess one of the deans, he's there, and of course he tells, like, he asks a dumbass question. He basically asked Peru, was she drinking? Of course she says no. And then he says, like, just because you have friends in high places don't mean you could just act any type of way. And I don't know why, but that made me side eye him a bit, because it's like, why you have to say all that? But okay. Um, and of course, Peru has a little moment with Grant. Nothing new. Well, not nothing new, but like, because they already, like, I'm not gonna say know each other, but because they already was talking to each other and stuff like that, this kind of helps them get to know each other. Like Grant gets to know Peru a little bit better, and she gets to know Grant a little bit better too, because like Grant tells her things like how he was forced to come to Kearney because he's following in the footsteps of his father, and he can't, like, derail from it. And of course, Peru tells him, like, she just feels like she has to be the best of the best so she could, like, basically get on top and have the things that she needs to have. And of course, Grant relates to her having to be like the best of the best type of situation, things like that. Anywho, while she goes to her room, before she goes to her room, she sees her brother, and he's all beaten up and things like that. And before she could even ask him what the hell's going on and stuff like that, he notices Lillian, and he's like, "You," and then he takes off. She doesn't know what's going on, but she goes back to her room. Her phone's missing, and then that prompts her to check the floorboard. Someone took cocaine, because there was cocaine in her floorboard. And she already told the agents about it, and the agents told her to put it back, and they would give her a camera. But I guess it's too late, because someone already took the cocaine, and so now she's freaking out. She's trying to figure out who was in her room, because she locked her room and stuff like that. So she's trying to figure out, like, what happened, who was in her room, where's the key, like, where's the other key, because she has one, but it seems like someone else has one, especially if someone got into her room and took the cocaine. So now we are on to episode 3. In episode 3, because her phone that the FBI agent gave her is stolen, she has to go back to using her actual phone. And of course she see the messages from her grandma and her friend Ray, and basically they tell her that her brother is missing, and they're trying to figure out where he's at. And of course, Peru is just, she doesn't know how to deal with this, because in episode 3, I want to say either episode 3 or 2, but I want to say episode 3 is her first day in class and stuff like that. So she's going to class and stuff, and she just doesn't need to worry about this. But I want to say when she gets home and stuff like that, either she gets home or something, she ends up finding a letter, and it's like a ransom letter saying, like, hey, we got your brother, you need to give us this amount of money to get him back. And of course, it's like she's sick of this already, because not only does she has to be an informant, she also has to try to save her brother. And she just having this realization that there are going to be moments where she just is not going to be able to save her brother and stuff like that. And of course, while she gets to the Rosewood Club, they see that she looks upset. They ask her what's going on. She tells them, she's just dealing with her brother. And Grant is the only one that knows, like, some of the situations. Of course, she and him, they have a heart to heart and things like that. He also mentions to her that Tristan, like, her room used to be Tristan's room and things like that. And so she sums it up like she's gonna have to get the key from Tristan or something like that. Also in episode 3, Lillian asks her to be her plus one because get this, y'all, she has to go to a opera to support her father mistress. Yes, her father mistress. Mind you, her father already has a wife. Matter of fact, this is his second wife. He had first. She didn't know how to deal with this. So he paid her off, and she left her son Tristan. Lillian's mom is the second wife who used to be the mistress, but now she's the wife. And again, now her father has a mistress, and basically he wants his kids to support his mistress and stuff like that. I'm thinking to myself, what? And you know what? this this is some rich people mess. Cause what in the world? I was just shocked when I read that. I was like, excuse me. And also, she knows that Sophie's going to be there. And Sophie, I don't know what Sophie is trying to do. Like, I don't know if she's trying to be Lillian's friend or if she's trying to get back with Tristan or Grant. Because come to find out, Grant and Tristan had a thing for Sophie. Well, both of them, I guess they dated her at the same time and kind of ruined their relationship a bit, but they got past it and stuff and they overcame it. And of course, we are able, excuse me, yeah, my allergies, but Peru was able to give her like a backhanded compliment thanks to her path of being like, because again, I chose the path of Foxy. She gave her a backhanded compliment and stuff like that, which I thought was funny. I laughed. But however, before Peru could even enjoy the opera, I think she gets a text message from the people saying that, like, they got to meet up and stuff like that. And so she has to ditch Lillian. However, she doesn't tell Lillian she's ditching her. She just tell her, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. But she ditches the opera to meet at this parking lot so she could get her brother. However, Tristan decides to follow her to figure out what's going on. Also, Tristan had her her phone that the FBI agents gave her, and she was like, why are you going through my things? Why are you going in my room? Why would you do that as a woman? You shouldn't be doing it. Just reading him the riot act. And of course, he's very apologetic, and he says he's sorry, and that he gave the keys to James because James is the club president, and he needs everybody's keys, everybody's like second key. And so, that makes Peru thinking like, okay, yeah, she got to expect everybody. She doesn't know where to start when it comes to being an informant because again, it seems like everybody is a culprit because not only do we know, not only does like Grant, like he came out of her room at one point, but Lillian has been in her room. Tristan, that was his old room. And Lillian used to visit Tristan's room to get her clothes. And then of course Tristan also let Avery use his room from time to time and things like that. However, she finds out that like when it comes to Avery, when he does use the room, he always goes in the closet and stuff like that. So who knows if he's the person and stuff like that. But as she's trying to get Tristan to leave, because even though he apologized and she accepted his apology, she needs him to leave so she could get her brother. And of course the dude that got her brother comes in and say, you supposed to be coming alone. She tries to negotiate with him, telling him, hey, she again, she wasn't expecting Tristan to be there. So of course she says like, oh, he's just a witness to make sure everything goes smoothly and things. Like she's trying to talk, she's trying to make it seem like He's just there to make sure everything goes smoothly. But of course, the dude's not having, and he drives off with her brother. She's freaking out because she doesn't know like what to do. And of course, Tristan's like, "Hey, let's just hot ride a car." And then Peru's like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, for a kiss. And that's how it ends and stuff. And all I have to say is so far I am enjoying it. I can't wait to see what episode 4 is going to bring us. I'm interested to see like where this takes us, because this is just season 1. And if you're not familiar with Romance Club, some of their books have either 2 or more seasons. So kind of curious to know how many seasons is this story going to be. Not only that, but curious to know like what they're going to do, like how they're going to get her brother back and things like that. And also, I just want to know why Tristan being messy, because here's the thing. Peru, like, so far, it seemed like she's going for Grant more. Because it seems like she and Grant has more in common and things like that. So, for Tristan to ask for a kiss, it's like, now Tristan, why are you being messy? Because didn't you and Grant's relationship didn't work out because of a girl, and now you still trying to... Alright. Not only that, I want to know which one of the 7 brothers is the I guess the drug lord, or has some connection to criminal acts and stuff like that. Because the only people that like keep popping up, well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's Grant or Tristan. Like, I don't think it's them, since they are your love interests. I don't think it's them. Now, if it is them, that would be a shocking ass twist. But I don't think it's them. I'm leaning more to James, because James, he kind of like, when you do meet him, he kind of is uppity. I don't know about Avery, because Avery, he gives me more of a hippie weed smoker vibe than dealing with the hard stuff. What else? So far, I'm enjoying the story. I know I'm kind of curious about the FBI agents and stuff like that, because I'm thinking like, why they decided to pick her? Like, it just seemed like stuff is not adding up, but this is still getting interesting, so I can't wait. Um, Overall, I enjoy it. I enjoy this. I enjoyed episodes 1, 2, and 3. Um, I can't wait to see what happens next. I know I'm definitely leaning to Grant, because I like something about Grant. I like his personality so far. Tristan, to me, is giving me this whole bachelor playboy vibe. I just don't care for, and things like that. Um, Also, I'm gonna be honest. Chloe is annoying, because I forgot to mention, but also in episode, I want to say episode 3, because episode 2 and 3, Chloe, she is always going to places that she's not invited, and she always tells Peru that she's not invited. And it's like, I ain't trying to be funny, but why the hell is you telling somebody that you don't really know that you are not invited to these places? I just feel like it's dumb. I'm gonna be honest. Chloe is dumb to me. Like, she is dumb to me. Like, she's dumb, because she would say stuff that's like it's like, why are you telling us this? Like, now I get that she's supposed to be like a love interest to people, and we could also be friends with her, but it's like, I don't understand why she is telling us her business like that. Like, I can understand if we overheard her talking to someone. We never really overhear her. But we do know that Chloe, every time she comes into this place, Chloe is like, I guess she's looking for someone. Like she's just looking for dirt on someone. And Peru doesn't know who she's looking for. But she knows that Peru knows that Chloe is looking, like, she's coming to these events, these parties, and to the opera. And it seems like she's, like, again, on someone's tail. It makes me wonder if she's on Tristan or Grant's tail, because I think they are the only two brothers that, like, came to this. So I'm confused to, like, what she's doing. Well, not confused, but I'm curious to know, like, who she's tracking, what's her story, like, what type of story she's trying to, like, come to life. Like, I'm kind of curious to know about that. Also, I also I also like the fact that you get to choose, like, your sexual orientation. You also get to choose to just be friends with certain people and things like that. Because there are some romance club stories that you like, it's like a thin line. You have to, like, it's like a thin line. You have to, like, not cross. Like, especially if you want to be, like, someone's friend, but you're not trying to be, like, you don't want them to be your love interest and things like that. Like, for example, like, on Thin Ice, I forgot her name. I want to say Isabella. I think they call her Izzy for short. I don't know. I'm gonna call her Izzy. I forgot her name. But one of the love interests in On Thin Ice, basically, I didn't want her as my love interest and stuff like that. And so, however, there were moments that you actually have to be close friends with her so she could help you out. And so, again, you have to, like, tread lightly. And I'm so glad with this one you don't have to tread. You just choose who you want, and then like, you get to, like, get close to them without it being romantic. And I like that a lot. Um and I feel like I covered everything. Now, if I forgot anything, please let me know down in the comments below if I forgot anything and things like that. And also, if you have played this already, let me know what are your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you like this story? Do you enjoy it? Also, who is your love interest so far? Do you like Grant? Do you like Tristan more? Do you like Lillian? Or do you like Chloe? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya!